What is up, internet? Brian Spillwell here with another episode, and it's been a minute because of the rain, and to say the least, quarantine's still in action. But hey man, they're trying to lock down on shit. Hospitals are empty. I definitely have my own theory on this, you know. And we're gonna get into that in this video. Damn. Yeah, so first and foremost, I want to wish, everybody good health and hope everybody's doing well. Most people have lost their jobs, around now. Most of our staff at even the lab, is out on furlough now, like about 70%. Like we're down to bare bones. Crazy times with this whole pandemic, and like I said, that's what I wanted to get in today, is my thoughts on it all. And actually we're going to talk about the upgrades on the 636 here. We got the whole 13 plus front end. We got a whole new brake caliper set up for the handbrake and foot brake. That I've shot this video once or twice, and unfortunately there was audio issues. The second time I just simply didn't have the mic plugged in all the way, so it was on me, and kind of just ran it out in the Dino somewhere and just wasted time. But we're going to be going over those two things today in this video. It's definitely, crazy. We're like, over a month into quarantine now. This is our second month. It's the 11th of April now, I believe, today. And, realistically, we're not supposed to be out doing anything, and they're talking about all these tracker apps and, fines, and the governor of LA's even, put out things saying, hey, snitch on your neighbors if they're having a gathering, if they're ignoring social distancing rules and stuff, and you will be rewarded. And if that doesn't sound like the remnants of history's past, I don't know what does. Yeah, as well, I got to experience being pulled over, just heading to work about a week ago. Luckily, I had my little printout that my job gave me showing, what places sometimes I'm known to pick up from, and, that I come from San Bernardino area into the Burbank area, and that we service, like, multiple hospitals. So, it wasn't that big of a deal, but it was definitely a strange occurrence, rolling down your window, trying to hand them paperwork, and they actually, hey, roll that window back up. Just show us, slip the paperwork through. They had masks and gloves on. I know they're trying to protect themselves too, but it was definitely an odd situation. And this was literally right before, now we're supposed to have masks 100% in public, when at first they told us that the masks did absolutely nothing. So I don't know, man. These stories are just so conflicting. It's just hard to believe. And doctors are starting to come out and say, hey, we're treating this with zinc and hydrochloroquine, and it's working perfectly fine. We need to get back to work. We need to get things going. Hospitals are empty. They're talking about their own private practices, shutting down, and they're definitely not seeing the amount of patients that we were supposed to be seeing, and our job as well. Yeah, so you would think with this surging pandemic that, hospitals would be overcrowded, that we'd be hiring more, we'd be, getting more hours, but it's quite the opposite. Like I said, we lost 70% of our staff right now. I actually lost a $10,000 pay cut for now. I don't know if it's going to be the full year or what, but, it definitely hurt. I barely even got a raise. And that's affected me right there, and like I said, doctors are starting to actually come out and show the truth about this, and how they're even starting to downplay and use car crashes and deaths of of that nature towards the actual pandemic count up, just so they can keep up the count. And there's just so many lies. And if you look up the actual Mockingbird fucking act, you'll actually see that, you know, the news is actually meant to feed you guys certain things. So it's like, is there really a pandemic? Yes, there is. There is a coronavirus, but it's just the 7th generation. This coronavirus has been around for a long time, and now all the information's been out. Who's been funding it? You know, who released this? Barack Obama sold it to the Chinese back in 2015. It's all documented, you know, so it's not no conspiracy. This was a man-made bioweapon, and I feel like this is just more of an exercise, you know, of martial law. You know, Nazi Germany come into effect. Can't go to the banks, get your money. Small businesses are being shut down, and even if they are trying to stay open, they are turning off electricity and water and gas to them. Like, that is wild. And now, like I said, with the whole announcement yesterday of rewarding the snitch on your neighbor, like, or social gatherings, it's just, like I said, it's more prevalent that this is a drill of some sort, in my opinion. Yeah, we have not been out either all week. It's been literally like 7 days straight. Rain, 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 rain. So I expect to see everybody out today. Got a little bit of sunshine. It's supposed to rain again tomorrow and Monday. So we gonna get into this. What up? How you doing?
Pretty good, you?
Chilling.
Right over here.
Cold.
Yeah?
Hell yeah, look, my hands are turning ashy. Damn, there's a few of them. Yeah, they just look straight. Man, this shit is nerve-wracking. It's supposed to be quarantine. We're definitely past the limit, but see, this is the shit that's getting scary, because, you know, people are getting arrested now, you know, for being at parks and shit like that with their kids. Definitely sketch. Oh.
We ain't tripping, bro. We just trying to get out the house for a couple hours.
I know, it's the first fucking chance of sunlight, barely.
Bro, let these motherfuckers have fun.
Let them ride! Oh man, after an hour of waiting, they finally left. Time for the boys to ride. Jesus. Well, since we're here, might as well give you the breakdown. So we got the where's this leaking from? Don't tell me this is leaking. Huh, it's definitely brake fluid. Might have to tighten that up a little bit now that we're looking at it. Oh, that's 3 ball for a 10. Oh, he's probably got one. Oh yeah, there we go. It was a little loose. Yeah, so we got the 13 plus front brakes, front shocks, lower triple on this baby, and then we got the P34, and then we got another 13 plus front one, and then we got the Kev Tech with the 260 mil rotor on there. So braking system is finally Gucci on this baby. Good thing I checked that, because I just bled those brakes. So I'm barely getting used to that brake setup, but oh, big difference compared to the stock setup. It actually bites real fast. Yeah, so I guess the cops were just here looking for a stolen trailer report, and the GPS was actually somewhere right here in the street. They ended up finding it. Oh man, stressful times, man. I got anxiety, to say the least. Woo! Front brakes are working good. Now we just cruising with this brake. Another successful day at the lot. Before it gets cold.
Alright, man.
Later. I've been, you know, just talking to everybody, kind of gauging their feelings on this, and, you know, overall in the stunt community, we feel like, you know, this is just, like I said, it's a bite down, a social bite down that is no longer, you know, it's life. What we used to know is going to be different from here on out. They're not going to back off of all these laws that they have in place now, all these curfews, the mass gatherings. Like, I honestly think, like I said, this is an exercise of the New World Order, and everybody else seems to agree, you know. And it just trips me out, you know, the cops were there today, they didn't even have their mask on, they came back in to check up on us, and, you know, they just said, hey, don't be racing, making a lot of noise, you know, keep it slow and quiet, no mask, no issue. They're not worried about it at all either, you know. But yet, you see these stories, like I said, in the media that are glamorized as, hey, father of 3 arrested, you know, at a park, you know, no one there, social distancing wasn't a factor. And, you know, like I said, it's more of a media hype, you know, mockingbird agenda, all these things we know. It's no longer conspiracy, and that's the thing that bothers me about people, is actual facts of this thing being out there, that this is the 7th generation of this virus. And yet everybody is still continuing to give up their freedoms that our forefathers so, you know, gave their lives for, their kids gave their lives for, to sustain and keep in this, you know, form of life that we've been able to achieve, and it's all eroding beneath us, you know. And it trips me out that they can literally, as we're just hanging out today, say, hey, more people are dying than ever. You know, hey, we need another 31 days. The peak still has not hit. Well, it's fucking bullshit. Like I said, it's all a fucking lie. How do I work for 9 different hospital clinics? Every single one of them, depending on plastic surgery, cancer testing, just regular dermatology, all of them at an all-time patient low count. And this shit really is starting to get me mad, because I see it, man, and more and more of my friends here at the lot are unemployed. You know, as I'm telling them too, hey man, we're down 70% of our staff, as I said, you know, they're furloughing nurses left and right. People to even take in the appointments are gone. The call centers are empty. Like, it's just definitely a headache. And like I said, my overall synopsis on it in the first video 2 months ago, I didn't think it was going to go this far. You know, with Trump saying, hey, we're going to keep the economy open, I thought we were going to. Usually when we have a flu like this is how you create herd immunity. It wipes through everybody so damn fast, we burn it off. Now we're literally tapering it off to where this person's had it, you know, and then they're quarantined and they only get it in that section with their family and this group of people. Then another 14 days it spans out. It's all fugazi. This is not how herd immunity works. And, you know, like I said, most people are out here fucking working for McDonald's and at fucking auto parts storehouse giving that fucking stay home. You know what about that stay home? As a YouTube content creator, not even getting paid. Oh, hey, we'll pay you to go ahead and hashtag stay home. Your clip may be, you know, posted and suck my dick, YouTube. I ain't never been about that. You guys know what the channel is. I've always been about the truth. Always kept it cussing, kept it a buck on here, you know. And this is all, it's a sham, man. It's a fucking sham. Like I said, you know, it just tends to bother me because a lot of people are just so misinformed. They really think, you know, the news is here for us when it's all ran by the same fucking talking point media heads. And it's out there. It's on fucking Google. You can literally look up diagram of what companies are connected to what. You know, I made videos back in the day before the whole censorship that nobody fucking believed me about was going to be coming into play. And look how Nazi YouTube has become. Can't wheelie, can't cuss, everything's got to be kid friendly, yet you know everybody in the 20s is watching your group. Why the fuck does it have to be kid friendly? Fuck you, YouTube. And fuck the US government right now, man. Straight up. So, I'm gonna go ahead and leave you guys with this final thought. In the midst of having no presidential candidates whatsoever to run against Donald Trump, why not shut all this down? closed down the voting polls so they can control it. Bernie Sanders has came, dropped the fuck out. Biden can't even speak. And yet every election year, Google this, SARS, Ebola, some kind of strain of something weird. And what is this year, 2020? An election year. So on that note, guys, hey, think for yourself, research for yourself. Don't listen to these fucking fast food workers about healthcare. And hey, like, subscribe, and as always, your boy Brian Spillwell. Peace. Stay informed and stay safe. And I know you won't be sick. See you guys out there.